Hello, my name is Sophia. I'm here from Aspire Health and Care. Um, sorry. I joined Aspire about 2 years ago. I've been working in health and social care for the last 14 years, I think. My background is elderly care, so I was very passionate about that, and the reason why I joined Aspire is because I wanted to relocate to Chesterfield. So I wasn't very sure about working with young adults with mental health needs. I was very used to supporting people on their last journey of life, and obviously when I got this job I thought it's getting people independent and back on their feet, which is different, but I thought I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll go back to the elderly and do what I'm used to do. So Goldell House is a new house in Chesterfield, so obviously I was part of recruitment and getting everything in and setting it up to how I wanted it to work. Which was very challenging. I think sometimes people think a new service is very easy to start on your own and run, and obviously my background was completely different. I did have a lot of support, thankfully, with Aspire, which helped, and we're now at full capacity with clients, so we're actually applying to increase. So I'll tell you a bit about what we do. So we work with people with mental health needs. They come to us, we help them with activities of daily living, so that's cooking, cleaning, medication, and our goal is to get them back on their feet. So on the same site where Goldell House is, we've got a supported living unit. So if, sorry, I'm very nervous. So if somebody came to us and worked with staff to achieve their goals, they'll step down to Jubilee and hopefully eventually get back in the community. And that's what we do. So hopefully when we increase the bed numbers, we can stop those that are, help with beds, people that are stuck in hospital and have nowhere to go, and get them to move on, come to us and get them back in the community. Thank you.
Thanks, Sophia. Hi guys, my name's Steph. I'm currently the home manager over at Chilwell House, which is part of Aspire. Originally I started back in care, and to be fair it was quite a fluke that I actually went into care. I was at the complete opposite, that I never ever wanted to work in care. My whole family has got a background of nursing, so I always vowed that I would never ever go down that line, and here I am now, funnily enough, as it happens. I was actually working in bingo at the time, and that was at the time when the smoking ban came into effect and a lot of redundancies took place. Unfortunately, I was one of those that was made redundant. On the opposite of that, the fortunate side was one of the customers that came in, it was quite regular, was a manager of a care home. So she kind of poached me, said she's aware of a home that has an opening for support workers and would I like a job. So off I trotted for this interview. It was absolutely fantastic. It was working with people with mental health and learning disabilities, completely out of my comfort zone because I was used to customer focused, pulling pints, calling bingo numbers, managing a bar and a diner, fixing fruit machines, running around with change trays. So that was a real sort of different thing for me. On the plus side though, it was something really nice because I knew I was actually doing something really useful and giving something back to the community. And that was a really, really big thing for me. Part of sort of working in bingo had me at that point of I'm promoting really bad habits, which is gambling, alcoholism, obesity, all of it. So all the bad things that I didn't believe in, I was actually promoting. So I started off at support worker level, ended up being a senior. Crazily enough, they let me then loose to go and run a domiciliary branch. That was an experience in itself, and working in the community. And I stayed with that company for quite a few years, gained quite a few skills. The area manager, she was actually an ex-social worker, had quite a passion, and she went and set up her own business. So I actually got poached by her and ended up going and working for her. Again, remained in the community, in domiciliary care, working for quite a few years, and worked with a really wide variety of people, which was fantastic. It gave me that confidence and gave me that sort of bit of mojo back into my life as to why I actually started in care in the first place. I ended up working with learning disabilities, mental health, autism, elderly, dementia, stroke victims, you name it. I'd literally worked with everyone. And at that point in my life, I then decided I was going to start branching into elderly and dementia. And that's where my passion started to go. I've been with Aspire now for 3 months.
Yeah.
Having previously had a background for many years of elderly and dementia, having run a dementia home. It wasn't local to here, it was over in Coventry. And I just wanted that change, that absolute change, and actually go back to my roots of where I originally started and what I originally done. I myself have a lot of passion for mental health because my little brother actually does suffer with mental health problems himself. I've seen the issues around mental health, the stigmatism that comes with it, that it's, you know, brush it off, you'll be absolutely fine. They're not, you know, and I've seen the other issues of those that do suffer with mental health is they have their medication, they don't always choose to take it because of the nasty side effects that go with it. Those being that sometimes they find it doesn't make them sleep very well, it can make them exceptionally hungry, it can give them paranoia, it can give them suicidal thoughts. And I've seen all of those sort of behaviours within my brother, and coming back into mental health and Aspire crazy enough actually giving me a job with them to come and help manage one of their homes was a really, really big thing and an absolute fantastic step for me. It was really, really important to know that we're able to help and try and help offload from the local hospitals within the area. Because I'm aware that obviously, you know, beds are really, really filling, people are blocking beds, and then there's potentially nowhere for these guys to go because they're not fit to go home, that they're not going to manage at home, or they haven't got that support at home because families can't deal with it. I get that, I've seen what my parents have to deal with. Hats off to them because my little brother still lives at home with my mum and dad. They should be enjoying their time in life with each other because they are at retirement age, but they're looking after him. So hats off to them for doing that. Yeah, both deserve an absolute medal for it with what they put up with. Part of Chillwell, we take on anybody from the age of 18 upwards up until 65 years old, and the idea is they come to us guys, having myself carried out an assessment to make sure that they are suitable placement. The last thing we want to do is to say, yes, I've got empty beds, take somebody and it's not a suitable placement. That can be so detrimental towards that person because they've built their hopes, that they've built their dreams, that they're going to come somewhere that is independent. And that's something that within Aspire we do not do. We have a saying, we do not want to set people up to fail. No. Sometimes whether that be that we go out and do an assessment and potentially say to them, you can come to us, but it's going to be in a couple of months. You know, we've got some goals that you're going to need to try and attain first before you come to us, to give them that bit of hope that yes, there is a bed here for you, but you just need to reduce some of this before you do come to us, and show to us and prove to us that you can do this. So we will help people with cooking, because we're aware sometimes that a lot of people are used to just a ping dinner. We know that that's not particularly healthy. We know ourselves that sometimes as managers we do live off ping dinners because that's all we have time for. Yeah. But nutritional wise it's not that fantastic. So we do have the staff on site to help guide somebody to be able to cook something in that safe manner and show them and give them that little bit of inspiration. And one of our clients we've got at the moment actually bakes for us once a week. She is absolutely fantastic at baking. She go up another trouser size, I'm quite sure, with her brownies and her cakes and just everything. And she has baked for events for us as well that we've had within the home, which is really, really good that she's wanting to get involved, that she feels at that time in her life she's actually ready to be able to do that. That says to me that my team have done something really, really good with her to give her that confidence to be able to do that and have that inspiration, and to show the other clients within the home that some of them may be looking down a really, really dark tunnel, but there is that little bit of light and there is that bit of hope. We can also help the guys with their medication. So they will come to us, we will manage their medication to begin with, and then eventually we do hope that they will be able to go on to that point where they do go to Boots themselves, collect their own medication, order it themselves, and actually take it themselves without the staff intervening, just to give people that bit of independence back. We're not a typical care home. No. It is sort of residential setting, and there is 24-hour support there. Once the guys have been with us, whether it's for several weeks, months, maybe even a couple of years, it depends what road of recovery these guys are going to take. Not one of us could ever say, you know, all of us at some point may have had mental illness. We don't know how long that's going to take to heal. A broken leg, yeah, you can ascertain how long that's going to take, but mental illness, we just don't know. So we don't tend to put a stamp card on it to say, do you know what, if you want better in 6 months, you're going to have to go elsewhere. Our door's always open for them as long as what they need. Should they then want to hit those targets and have come to the point where we feel that we've done all that we can with them at Chilwell, we can progress them and through the company to one of our supported living sites, which is Jubilee. So again, we have staff that, rather than relying upon agency, because we know that agency can be a bit of a swear word, and obviously are quite costly as well, staff from other homes will come and work in our own homes. So the clients have got that familiar face that's going on. As managers, we do pop into each other's homes as well, so the clients again get to see that familiar face. So they've got that familiarity for them, and it's not as daunting to know that they can stay within Aspire. They're aware of the client contracts that they've got, the sort of rules and regulations, the layout of the lands, because a lot of the homes are quite sort of similar. Chilwell's slightly different decorated.
Yeah, it's very homely, isn't it?
And
I think just to add to that as well, with the Chesterfield side having a supported living on the same site as the residential, it helps our clients. So say somebody's progressed and they've stepped down, if things don't work out as planned, they've got the opportunity to go back to Goldell House, which is residential, so they're not having to go back into hospital or, you know, start thinking, where do I find care, or start looking around. They know the stuff, they know what they're doing. And yeah, I think it helps, and hopefully that's what we'll be doing with our future developments.
Yeah, and it helps with the consistency for the clients as well, which is a massive thing, especially on a mental health recovery for these guys. They've all of them have been through so much, various different traumas for whatever reason, and it's our job
like
and
loss,
our passion.
isn't it?
Yeah, and to show them that, you know, this is what you can achieve, and we don't set unattainable targets for our clients at all. We understand where they are struggling. They have really good bonds with the team, don't they?
Oh gosh,
really
absolutely,
good bonds, and especially
absolutely.
during one-to-one sessions as well.
Yeah.
They're able to build those bonds, and we don't ever sort of depict who they're going to have a one-to-one with. I know I don't at Chilwell.
Yeah.
They're told of time of when a one-to-one is. They know the staff that are on, and they can choose which staff member they can have that one-to-one with.
Yeah. And also community involvement is you know, it's very important for our clients, and we do make sure that, unlike being in hospital, that the clients when they come to us are involved with, you know, being part of the community. What we did at Goldell is we've got regular gardening clubs, and we have days that we do active hour where we clean and everything, and one of the clients suggested that it would be nice to actually keep Chesterfield town clean and do Operation Clean Up. So we rang the council, we got litter pickers, and we went round. We're actually in the local newspaper a few weeks ago. Was it last week? Don't remember.
Yeah,
now.
it was last week.
So, you know, to have that printed and for our clients to see that, and to see that they're actually doing something that benefits the community and not just where they live, is, you know, it's really important. And we're big on social groups as well in the community. So we don't want our clients to come to us and think, you know, they're just stuck in and have to do what they're doing with us. It's about being out as well.
And if they want to go uni, college, volunteering, we'll support them all the way to be able to attain that and achieve those targets and carry on as you and I would carry on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's us over at Aspire. We obviously have got a stand. If you've got any questions or anything, please come and see Sophia and myself and the rest of the team. But thank you for listening.
All right, thank you.